What is up, Hyper Drivers? Welcome back to the channel. Today in the house, I have the Galaxy's Edge Darksaber. It's been a long time in coming trying to find this one, so I'm super happy to have this one in the house. I'm gonna get it out of the box, show you a close-up on the hilt, show you all of the electronics, the light-up features, and how they work, go over the sound effects, and then at the end give you my ultimate thoughts on this particular lightsaber right here. This was a special one for me. So in another video, I'll be going over the comparison of this one to Hasbro's Black Series Force Effects Elite Darksaber. I have that one on order and I should be getting it in a month or so maybe, depending on what happens, you know, GameStop and what they do. But at any rate, that's what's going down. Let's get to it. Welcome back, Hyper Drivers. Thanks for joining me for another lightsaber roulette video. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the Darksaber from Galaxy's Edge. This is one of the Legacy Lightsabers that you can pick up over at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. It runs $199, and it's an extremely difficult lightsaber to pick up right now. I went there when it first dropped back just before the summer started, so back like in May, and it sold out within that same day, so I wasn't able to get it. I went back in August, and I was lucky enough that they had a bunch of them in stock, and they had a lot. It was like a stack behind the person. If you saw my recent hunt video, you could see that there. And then I went back again with my friends within that same week, and all of them were sold out already. So this sells out extremely, very fast. This is the box that it comes in. If you've picked up other Legacy lightsabers from Doc Ondar's, they usually come in a box that looks similar to this, but smaller, and they're made of a hard plastic. This one here, it's not made of a hard plastic. This is like a cardboard material, and it has kind of like a magnetic lock that locks it in front like that. It's very long, so if you wanted to display it like that, you know, it's got quite a length to it. I'll give you guys a measurement in here in just a little bit. As you can see, you got the Darksaber logo right there at the very front, which is cool. You know, and then you have, you know, the usual box design from the Legacy lightsabers. They even tried to take and put in some of the designs on it like they do, like it actually has physically. But overall, it just doesn't give off that same vibe as the one, you know, as the others that you get. And I imagine it's because it was just cheaper to make it this way considering how long it is. I hope this is not something that we're going to be getting in the future. It's because I do like the plastic design. It's 32 inches long, so it's quite a bit longer than all of the other lightsabers. I think the other lightsabers are more like here, so much like maybe like a quarter to half the size of this. Anyway, that's the box design. When you pop it open, you have something that says Darksaber blade located under the back foam. All right, you have another piece of paper with a bunch of stuff on it, which I am not even going to read, but you know, it's there. And then it comes looking like this. So you can see that even though the box is, you know, not as high quality as the ones that come from the other lightsabers, it still has a really nice design in the inside. You got this nice black foam, which I dig, and then inside you get this display stand right here, and a little angle. So I'm guessing this goes this way. And don't make me a liar. There it goes. All right, you just got to use a little bit of force. Use the force. Anyway, yeah, you have that, and then you have these two plastic hooks, which seem to lock in right here on the sides, like that. And that'll allow you to hold the hilt. So that's pretty cool. I like that you get this nice display stand with it. It's plastic. And then, you know, you have plexiglass, which looks like that's made out of and everything. So that's pretty nice if you want to display the hilt like that. I'm not going to be displaying the hilt like that, but, you know, that's an option. You also get a little key, and that's so that you can get the battery pack out of here when you want to replace the batteries. Find out exactly what kind of batteries it runs on. And then you have this really awesome looking Darksaber. This thing's cool. I gotta admit, this is pretty dope. Has a nice weight to it. You know, I like that it's that it feels you know, pretty good and heavy. I like that you have like a textured grip here on the grips, which is very cool. You have your activation switch right here. The emitter section is wider than the lightsaber itself. You can see right there the hilt. That's a little bit inaccurate. This is supposed to be the same size as this. So I don't know why they didn't decide to do that. On the opposite side, you have the Covertech wheel that allows you to hook it to your belt, which is really cool. I like that they gave you that feature. I do wish that this was black, you know, because when you activate it, the lightsaber is this way. So you're going to activate it. This is going to be very apparent. It's silver and everything else is black. So I don't understand why they didn't decide to go with black for that as well. You can't take and replace that with another black one, but I think you could probably powder coat it to match the black if you wanted to make it black. So it's probably something that I'll do, you know, in the future, just to give it a finalized look. There is a switch right here at the very top. This will release the lightsaber, I believe. It's supposed to open that up, and then you have at the very front, you have this cover, which is great. I like that you have that. The cover is meant to block out the hole that you need to put the lightsaber in, and then it just basically it pops right out, something like that. There we go. All right, so then it just pops out, and then now you have the hole open for the blade itself, which is cool. I think that's a really nice feature, especially for me because I don't display my hilts with the blades in them, so you know that's a thing. So I really like the design of the hilt itself. It looks really cool. All right, underneath is your blade. So the blade design could be better. You know, it's got a thin black section here for the blade itself, you know, and then you have this clear plastic all the way around it, which will allow the light to shine through. I don't know why they didn't go with a bigger black section. I think making that bigger would be a better idea. You know, considering that in the TV show, it's very thin. You know, this part's very thin. So I kind of wish that was the case there. I have seen where some people have taken and just put black tape to get that fixed. You know, as a temporary fix, I guess. I don't like the idea of putting black tape on this. And again, it's not something that I'm gonna be displaying, so I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world, but still, it would be nice if they took and they made it bigger, the black section anyway. I don't know where they were going with that. All right, so your blade's gonna go in this way, and it just slides in. I think you have to push down the button. There you go. Ooh, did a premature light up there. I think that's a little easy to switch on. Anyway, but there is your blade and how it sits inside of the hilt. Okay, so also pretty well done. I like how that looks. Looks very similar to how it should look in the TV show, as far as the way it connects and everything, so that's cool. And now, even though I've already done it a few times, let's go ahead and light this thing up and see how it looks. So let's do that. Here we go. All right, lights up pretty nicely. Like I said, I feel like that button is a little too easy to turn on. Here's your light up. See it up close. Pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it a little closer for you guys so you can see it. Looks really nice. This part is supposed to be lit up all the way. You're supposed to have 4 lights, so that's not accurate at all. And then on the opposite side, I mean, you can see even on this side here, you can see that it's not even lighting up the second one all that well. So I don't know why it doesn't light up all the way through. That kind of blows. Almost want to take it apart and see what the deal with that is. All right. Let's see if it does any actions. So it does make a kind of cool noise like that. Okay, so it's very quiet. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There's your sounds. So, okay. So you do have, it does recognize some motion. Is there a clash? All right, so you do get some clashing sound, but not like all the time, it seems. There it goes. There's no switch on here for any kind of special effects. You only have the on-off switch. And you can see that the light up feature is kind of like a step, kind of gradual, but it's not smooth. So it has like a 3-step on and a 3-step off. So that's how that works. As far as sound goes, I feel like the sound sounds actually pretty accurate to the TV show, which is great. You know, like, at least from what I remember it sounding like. So you do get a nice sound to it. It does seem to react to sensitivity pretty quickly. So you can see that I'm barely moving my wrist and it catches the sound. But then when I'm straight, you don't hear anything. You see that? So at least the sensitivity is there. So that's cool. It's got good sensitivity. That's good. That seems to happen almost every time. So I think that for that feature, it's great. Sound quality is loud. It's got it's not overpoweringly loud, but it sounds pretty well in my opinion. At least you can hear it very easily. I don't know if you guys are catching it in the microphone at all. Let me try to see if I can get it near the microphone so you can hear it. But it has a good octave. All right, so to remove the battery, you're gonna need to take off the Covertech wheel. There is a key right in the inside of the wheel itself right there. So you're gonna pop that out. Whoa, did not expect that. All right, so it kind of flew out at me. And there goes the screw. Definitely do that the other way. All right, and then you have a little Phillips head screwdriver right there, and that's your battery pack. So let me get a Phillips head. There's 2 Phillips heads. So you got one down here, and then you also have one at the very front. I don't know if that can be captured there or not, but I don't know if you can see that. There's one right here that you got to take out also, it seems. I think anyway. So we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, that may be the only one that you have to take out. You didn't have to take out the other one. Okay. So you have 3 AAA batteries to be able to take out. And then that's what you replace in order to replace the battery. So pretty simple. All right, so before I get into my final thoughts, I do want to get into the way this thing sits on this display stand. It's nice that they give you this option. It looks really cool. I wish that it would grip the hilt a little bit better. As you can see, it kind of just slides to either direction. And then look how it wobbles, you know. That makes me feel like it's not holding it very well at all. It doesn't feel like it's going to tip over or anything, but it does feel a little flimsy. Thankfully, this is not the way I'm going to be displaying this. I'm actually going to be displaying this on my wall behind me, so I really don't see a real need for this. But if you're planning on using this, I would probably suggest getting some kind of like padding, or maybe like add some like rubber insulation or something like that into that in order to grip it a little bit better and keep the blade standing up perfectly. So that's something I would do. All right, so that's the Darksaber. I kind of like this thing. It's really cool. Like I said, the only things that I wish would be a little bit different about it is that I wish that the emitter was more of the same size as your grip and your handle. You know, smaller, or make this part bigger in order to get your hands around. It is very comfortable though, so I don't know. That's something that maybe just be nitpicky, but you know, I kind of like my hilts to be a little bit more TV or movie accurate, so that's one thing. I wish the Covertech wheel was black. Again, that's something that I think I can fix with powder coating, so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I do wish that the lights that light up here lit up all 4. That would be cool. I also think would be cool is that when you light it on, that it would, you know, light up like that, or in that sequence, and then light up the blade. That would be really cool if it did something like that. And then the final thing is that I wish that this blade itself was more black, you know, and then less of the white area, so it looked more like the real thing on TV and than it does a toy. So that's something. But other than that, I still think it's a pretty cool looking hilt. And you know, I don't know how much easier this would be to find than the Hasbro one. I've heard that the Hasbro one is by pre-order only, at least through GameStop if you want it cheaper, or if you want to go through Big Bad Toy Store. I think you can get it through a pre-order. I'm not sure if it's even available at Hasbro Pulse anymore, so that may be not even a way to get it. But this is an option if you guys end up at the park and happen to see it. I still think it's a really nice looking blade to pick up. It has all of the cool things that I like about, you know, lightsabers, and you know, it has a very nice, hefty, weighty, you know, quality feel to it. So I think that's cool. Other things that I think are really awesome is that the sound effects are really nice. I like that it has kind of like a smooth swing to it, so it did respond to my smooth swings, so that's really cool. So those are all really good aspects of this blade. But that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think about this Darksaber right here. Is this the way? Should you guys be picking this one up? What do you guys think about this guy? Are you going to wait for the Hasbro lightsaber when it comes, the Darksaber? I want to say lightsaber, but yes, the Hasbro Darksaber. Are you going to wait for that instead of this one? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, may the Force be with you.